Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to go through products that I am no longer buying in 2024. I figured that this is the end of the month. I haven't really talked about like New Year's goals and New Year's resolutions and stuff like that, so this is my take on it. If you're new here, hi, my name is Vivian. I'm a robotics engineer with a love for all things beauty and makeup related, and I love trying new products, new makeup, new skincare in general, but I'm trying very hard not to be over consuming and just buying things for the sake of buying things. I definitely want to make sure that everything in my collection gets a lot of love, gets a lot of usage. I don't want anything to go to waste. So if you guys are interested in that type of content, be sure to like and subscribe if you aren't already. And let's just hop into it. To start off, I want to say that in the year 2024, one of my main goals is to just drink more water. I know that seems like so dumb and so minimal, but if I don't have a water bottle with me at all times, I forget to drink water. And I want to say that last year, I think I was maybe drinking like one 24-ounce water bottle max the entire day. As like a person, you're supposed to be drinking around a gallon of water a day, and I was just not meeting that limit. So this year, my goal is to drink a gallon of water a day. I have been keeping track in this app on my phone. It's called Water Llama, and basically you can track all of the different, I feel like that's hard to see, but you can track all of the different liquids that you are consuming. You get like a hydration percentage from that. So water is obviously like 100% hydration, but any alcohol that you drink is like negative 300. So I've been keeping track on this. You can see today, this is like 8 ounces of energy drink, 8 ounces of a protein shake, and then one 24-ounce water bottle so far. The icon I have here is actually a koala, but you can change it to whatever, and if you meet your goal for the day, you unlock other characters to fill up. So I think it's just a little bit more of a fun way to keep track of all the water that I am drinking. This kind of goes hand in hand with something that I am no longer buying in 2024, and that is workout clothing, like sports bras, leggings, things like that. In 2023, I joined Orange Theory. So it's been about a year since I joined Orange Theory, and I have been consistently going to Orange Theory around 3 to 4 times a week, depending. So I have been buying a lot of workout gear because like I don't do laundry every single week, and I was just running out of workout gear too quickly, so I kept buying some, but now I have way too much. My main culprit is Gymshark because they have quite a few like really good deals throughout the year, and I feel like their workout gear is actually like really good quality and keeps me supported, and they're really cute too. Speaking of clothing, something that I'm also no longer buying are new clothing that's like trendy. I feel like I have spent a lot of money on clothing that I've only ever worn once, bought something for an event, and like never worn it again. So instead of doing that, I have started doing Nuuly, which is a clothing rental program, and it's about $100 a month, and you get to pick out 6 different items to wear for the entire month, and you don't have to worry about washing it, free shipping. You just have to drop the box back off at like a UPS store or a FedEx. I just think it's so nice. This is my first box. I am gonna go through this in like a vlog type video soon, so stay tuned for that. But I have picked out 6 items that I think are really fun, and it gives me the joy of like shopping without having to spend money and like take up a ton of closet space on shopping. And all the brands that are in Nuuly are really expensive brands. It's like Anthropologie, Free People, there's some stuff from Urban Outfitters as well, and just like a whole bunch of really high quality, really luxurious brands. And if you decide that you want to buy one of the pieces that you rented, it's usually on a pretty good discount because it is like a used clothing item. So I just think that's such a smart idea. I literally found out about this a week ago from my friend when I was in Colorado, and I decided that this was such a smart idea. So I have my Nuuly box. I'm really excited to wear some of these pieces. I think the patterns are so fun, and it's just a good way for me to have the experience of shopping and kind of get that like retail therapy without actually having to spend a ton of money on clothing, especially like good quality clothing like this. So that is one more thing I am no longer buying. I also feel like since I do create content, I do kind of have to like switch out my wardrobe relatively often, and this is a good way to do that without having to like hoard a bunch of clothing pieces, and once you send it back in, someone else gets it. I feel like it's a really good system. I also feel like this is great for vacation specifically, because when I'm on vacation, I want to wear more fun things, but I don't want to have to keep buying like fun things. So I just feel like this is great, especially if you're going to like a fancy event that you need like a cocktail dress, but you know, you're not going to wear the cocktail dress ever again. I feel like this is just such a good method of renting clothes and just like trying new things without having to spend a bunch of money and have that just take up space in my closet. So I am no longer buying new clothing. I have been renting. I'm going to be renting from Nuuly instead. Another thing that I will not be continuing to purchase in 2024 are fragrances, body fragrances in general, but also hair mists. I have a very large collection of fragrances, but I feel like I have way more than I actually know what to do with. They're always like in the background of my video up here. That's like my little thing of fragrances. My main thing is I need to stop blind buying fragrances. I have done that a few times. I have been burned like a couple of times. Not like terrible. They're never scents that I hate, but I just feel like I don't need to be purchasing anymore until I finish up at least one of those. Regarding hair mists and like hair perfumes in general, I have two of them here. One of them is new from Rare Beauty that I got sent on Skeevers, and then the other one is one that I bought from myself from Jisoo. I don't wear hair perfumes that often. I feel like it's like a fun little step, but if I want to smell nice, I'm usually reaching for just like a body fragrance in general. And speaking of like body fragrances, I feel like I found my go-to scents, and so I just don't need to be buying more. My favorites, especially these past couple months, have been Replica, Coffee Break, of course. This is my all-time favorite fragrance. I think will always be my favorite fragrance. I think this specifically is like my, like I love this so much. And then the other two that I've also been loving but haven't been loving as much as Replica, Coffee Break is Dime, I Love Your Smell Baby, and Commodity Milk in the expressive variation of it. Now that I have these and I have these two hair perfumes and hair mists, I do not need to be buying anymore. And fragrances are not cheap, and you can see that there's just a lot up there. I just don't need to be spending more money on them. So these are all the fragrances that I will have for quite a while. This next one is very random. I need to stop buying pens. I have this whole big thing of pens and just stationery things in general. Definitely need to stop buying sticky notes. I don't use sticky notes and I have an insane amount of them. But regarding pens, I just have a ton of pens and markers in various different colors. I feel like when I was a student and taking notes like on paper when I was in school, that made sense, but I no longer do that. All of my work is on my laptop. I have a single notebook that I take notes in like during the day when I need to, and I don't need all of these pens. There is absolutely no way that I'm going to work my way through every single one of them. From now on, I am no longer buying any sort of pen. If you see me buy a pen, you yell at me. You tell me to stop, because that is insane. That is too many pens, and I am not that crafty. I do not color, which I could probably start coloring with pens if I needed to. That is too many. That is way too many. Another thing that I need to stop buying are books, physical books. My physical TBR is ginormous. Okay, there's this bookshelf and this bookshelf that has a ton of books that I have not read yet. Also, I have mostly been reading on my Kindle or my phone, so that just means that these books are not getting touched, not getting used. I literally had to wipe off dust from this bookshelf. Like, it's just too much. It's too much. I need to stop buying physical books. I have found that my go-to method of reading books, or like my favorite method, is usually on my phone or on my Kindle, because it's much more convenient. I can read it at night in bed and not have the lights on. It just makes more sense for me. to not buy physical books because that's insane. That's too many. I definitely need to work my way through those. My goal this year is to read 40 books again, and if you like want to keep track, I don't know why you would want to, but if you want to see all the books that I'm reading, I have my storygraph linked down below all the time. Like, it's always in the description box. So if you want to see what books I'm reading, it's in my storygraph. My bookshelf is running out of space. That's how many books I have, and I think I've maybe read like 30% of the books that I have like on my bookshelf. I am no longer buying physical books in 2024. The last two things that I am no longer buying in 2024 are makeup items. And if you watched my makeup inventory update for the end of the year, you'll probably be able to guess which two categories these are. The first one, face powders. The second one, lip oils. My face powders, I am out of space for them. Face powders take a really long time for me to finish up, especially loose powders. I have been working on my Rare Beauty setting powder for several months now in my project pan, and I still feel like I'm not even halfway done with it. So face powders, definitely need to stop buying. I never want my makeup collection to like outgrow the space that I have for it now. So the fact that I'm out of space for my powders right now is a sign that I have too many powders. My powders are getting out of hand. I have too many. I have too many face powders. So no longer buying face powders in 2024. I will maybe reconsider it if I use up one, but I don't think I will be able to use up a full powder this year besides the Rare Beauty one. So no more face powders for me. Lip oils specifically have been my kryptonite when it comes to lip products that I've been buying. I have bought a ton of lip oils and lip glosses because there have just been a ton of lip oil launches. I love a good thick feeling lip oil. I feel like the shine is beautiful. I feel like it makes my lips feel really hydrated. I love that a lot of them have like nice little tints to them. I have been working on like a singular gloss in my project pan for a couple months now, and I just need to keep putting more glosses and lip oils in my project pan because I am not going through them as much as I want to be. I want to be at a point where I don't have any duplicates. I love all the formulas that I have, and I just need to stop buying more so that I can actually use the ones that I have in my collection currently. I think the last one that I bought was the e.l.f. lip oil. I think I bought that in like December last year. That is gonna be the last lip oil purchase of 2024. I might reevaluate if I finish up at least 3 of them. I think 3 seems like a lot, but if I really work on it, I feel like I could finish up 3 of them. Until I do, you will not be seeing another lip gloss purchase from me. I'm hoping that as I do my makeup inventory updates throughout this year, this number will like gradually decrease by 1 because I seriously need to stop buying them. It's insane how many I have, and I just don't need that many. I really don't. I really don't. Another thing that I will not be purchasing in 2024 is sunscreen. Until I use up all of the sunscreens that I have in my collection right now, I don't need to be buying more. Last summer, I did a whole video testing different sunscreens, ranking different sunscreens, and I still have so many of them just like sitting here waiting to be used, and so I do not need to be buying more. I've worked my way through a decent amount of them, but I still have like 5 sunscreens on my vanity right now that I need to make my way through. So 5 open sunscreens is quite a lot. I definitely don't need to have 5 sunscreens. I only have 1 face. I have been using some on my body when I need to because I feel like it's a good way to use them up, but I will not be buying any more sunscreens until I use up all of the ones that I currently have. Regarding the rest of my collection, I feel like I'm at a pretty good point. I don't think I am lacking anything in all of the other products in my collection, but I also don't think I'm like over consuming in them either. Maybe blush is one of them, but I don't foresee myself being able to not buy blush if like a really big blush release comes out. Besides that though, I feel like my collection is at a pretty good point. I just really think I need to work on my face powders and my lip oils because that is too many, definitely too many. So that is everything that I am not going to be buying in 2024. I feel like I have too many things. I have too many products and clothings and just things that are in my life that don't need to be, like definitely have been getting a little excessive with that. So hopefully this video will like force me to not buy them, because every time I want to go buy something I'm gonna be like, no, you said you would not buy it. And I am counting on you guys to help me stick to that. Regarding like clothing though, I'm really excited about Nuuly. I feel like this is such a good way to kind of get my fill of new clothing and trying new things without having to spend the money and have them like permanently in my collection. Regarding just sportswear, athletic wear, I think I'm just at a good spot where I feel like I'm running out of closet space for them. I don't need to be buying any more sports bras and leggings and shorts. I have more than enough. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was entertaining. I want to know if there are any categories of products that you need to stop spending on, like stop spending money on, because I feel like this is a lot of things that are a bit excessive in my life, in my collection. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys are having a great day, and if you did like this video, be sure to like and subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!